From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Jason Kersey. Oklahoma has finally named its starting quarterback, and that is Baker Mayfield. Jason, Baker was a guy that I think a lot of people thought would get the job. Why ultimately did he?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a guy that I think a lot of us have expected would ultimately win the job, even going back to the Russell Athletic Bowl when Trevor Knight played so poorly. Throughout the spring, it was always my understanding that he was the best one through the spring. Into fall camp, I think things got a little bit closer than many people anticipated. I think Trevor Knight and even Cody Thomas made it interesting, but Baker Mayfield ultimately prevailed. I think that he was making less mistakes. And his familiarity with the offense. You know, he ran this offense at Texas Tech. He knows this offense. And ultimately, I think that's probably what pushed him over the edge.
Is that the biggest positive in your mind with him, is knowing the offense? And on the flip side, is there a biggest negative in your mind with him?
That's probably the biggest positive, I would say. I'd say the biggest negative is his potential for making mistakes. You know, he's kind of a gunslinger. He's got that gunslinger mentality. Everybody always uses that phrase, and I think that can cause problems. We saw that in the spring game when he threw 2 interceptions. His only 2 incompletions that he's ever thrown in any spring game at Oklahoma were both interceptions this last April. So he can be really good, and then there can be moments, and it's one of those things where I think, like with some of the great quarterbacks, you know, Brett Favre comes to mind, where there are really that gunslinger can really help you out, but it can also really cause problems, and you just have to take the good with the bad.
High risk, high reward. We'll see how it goes for the Sooners. Thanks, Jason. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.